But we almost forgot yet another of Hillary's excuses, the malevolent figure of FBI Director Jim Comey.
I think the determining factor was the intervention by Comey on October 28th. I mean, as I write in the book, and I could have put much more into the book, and, you know, independent observers like Nate Silver and others say yes, but for that intervention, I would have won.
Richard Goodstein advised the Clinton campaign in both 2008 and 2016. He joins us on the set tonight. Richard, this is the key question I've never understood, and I mean it with all sincerity. If Hillary Clinton is such a strong woman, she's always telling us she is, why is she playing the victim?
Well, she's playing the victim because she was victimized. Indulge me with the first point that Mark just made about O.J. The single most telling moment of this whole Russia investigation was James Comey testifying that in the 9 times that he talked with Donald Trump, Trump never once asked, what did the Russians do? Which was like O.J. never asking the police what happened to Nicole. He knew.
Okay,
Trump knows.
That's evidence right there.
No, well,
that he's colluding. It's the dog that didn't bark. Is that what you're saying? This is like a Sherlock Holmes story.
His son has already admitted to collusion, right? He's already admitted to collusion. Yeah. You know, it's like going to rob the bank. Unfortunately, he claims the vault was empty, but he definitely tried to rob the bank.
Right. Okay. Let me just ask you a bigger question, though. So she blames sexism, as she always does and always has throughout the course of her career, which I have followed closely. And I'm not a Hillary hater, by the way, at all. I think she's got good qualities. But the sexism trope is annoying because it's so stupid and it's also so patronizing. The majority of married women in America voted for Donald Trump. Are they sexist?
Ask Carly Fiorina. Have you asked her whether she was subjected to sexism? Have you asked other leaders of industry?
You're missing it. I'm not saying sexism doesn't exist. I'm saying Hillary Clinton is saying that sexism among American voters, their distaste for powerful women, strong women like herself, led to her defeat. And my question is, if sexism played such a role, why did the majority of married women, not men, women, vote for Hillary? It does not make sense, unless they're sexist too, in which case it's a conspiracy more vast than I even imagined.
Right. So she actually did better among women than Barack Obama had. Look, the fact of the matter is...
She lost married women.
What she would tell you is that all these messages that the Russians and the Macedonians, your favorite, paid for, that went into people who were undecided in these swing counties in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, actually influenced opinion. Just like your billions of advertisers on Fox News want to change people's minds.
I mean, it's a little bit patronizing because what she's saying is opposition to me is unreasonable. Either you were hoodwinked by a foreign power or you were blinded by your own bigotry. She doesn't allow for what actually happened, which is a lot of people took a sober look at her and Trump and said, you know what, I've got problems with him, but I prefer him to her because I just don't like her. She's not even open to that possibility.
To listen to this discussion, and certainly what Mark said, you would think that Trump won in the way that LBJ beat Goldwater or that Reagan beat Mondale. He got under 63 million and she got 66.
But I'm not contesting that.
Well, no, you're suggesting that somehow there was this vast movement of people towards Trump.
I'm saying that she lost, and there are a bunch of reasons she lost. And I personally have always thought that the Comey stuff did play a role in her loss. I've always thought that.
The polls show that.
Yeah, the Russian stuff is insane. The sexism stuff is stupid. I think the Comey stuff is probably kind of real. But there are also other factors, like she didn't have a campaign message, and she ignored the economy, and she's the wife of a president with no real achievements. I mean, there are lots of other things, and people just didn't like her.
Right.
But none of those things are even a possibility to her. It's always you're a bigot or you were lied to.
No. First of all, I don't know if you've read her book yet. I will confess I haven't.
No.
I'm going to her a book event for her in Washington next Tuesday, so I'll read it then. She's not saying that she didn't make mistakes. She, of course, says she did. What she's saying is, notwithstanding whatever mistakes were made, message, whatever, that on the eve of the Comey letter, she was substantially ahead. And imagine if the tables were turned, and on that day, October 29th, Comey said, the Trump campaign, we believe, may well be colluding with the Russians, and we're investigating that. Think where Donald Trump would be today.
Yes, but there's no evidence he could collude. And the Russian stuff is just dumb. And by the way, can I say one last thing? She doesn't seem strong to me. I'm not hitting her on this. She seems very fragile to me and very self-protective. This is someone who can't face her own weaknesses, and that's not a sign of strength.
Yeah, I think if she were that weak, she wouldn't be going out there putting up with questions from a lot of people on things that are frankly not a very pleasant topic, right, of her loss. and what I think she's done, though, is write a book that a future female candidate will use as a touchstone to know not what to do or what not to do, but at least learn from her experience.
Yeah, anybody who reads the Hillary Clinton campaign memoir to win.
It's to be informed.
Lots of luck.
It's to be informed.
Richard, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Well, the city of